Hello guys, this is Realmweaver. I'm coming at you again with another video. This is going to be a quick video just showing what kind of add-ons I have and what add-ons I recommend having for all players. And I'll get right to it. First add-on that I want to kind of introduce you to, if you don't already know, is Alcoholic. And this is a really handy add-on. Basically what it does is it takes data from all your characters. See, these are all my characters right here. It takes data from all your characters and basically lays it out in a spreadsheet. You can see my pitiful gold right here. If you like to keep track of your gold across all your characters, it's a really good add-on for that. I use it mainly for the gold and to keep track of my gold and my professions across all my characters. Another thing that's handy with this add-on is if you go here, actually that's a different add-on. Yeah, here we go. If you have like crafting materials or something like that, you can see right here on the raw beast hide that it shows all my other characters who have the same material on the character, and it shows where it's at, how many they have, and stuff like excuse me, and stuff like that. It's really handy if you're trying to look for a certain material and you may have it on another character. You just pop over to that other character and mail it to the character that you need it on to craft or whatever. So it's really handy in that regard. It also shows your activity, garrison followers. I don't usually use that. Bag usage, yeah. Days played on all your characters. What else? There's different tabs up here for filters and stuff like that. Yeah, and it has various add-on components and stuff like that. Data store is one of its add-on components that it'll download, basically to kind of help keep track. There's character panes. You can see kind of what I got in my bags and stuff like that. You can mouse over these things. Search. Yeah, just a bunch of different stuff. Grids. So here's my characters and stuff like that. Their classes, and it'll kind of show what gear I have in each column on all my characters and stuff. It's kind of handy if you want to craft a piece or something like that. Say you got a piece of heirloom gear or something, and you're on a different character wanting to craft a piece for that. You can kind of see here at a glance what they're wearing, and if what you're crafting is going to be a upgrade or whatnot. So that's Alcoholic. I highly recommend this if you have more than one character, just to keep track of stuff. It's very useful. Another add-on that I have is Gatherer. Gatherer, what that does, it basically, whenever you're out mining or you mine or you pick herbs, it'll keep track of the nodes on your map. And I don't think I reinstalled it recently, so I don't think I have any nodes on my maps for where I Let's zoom out here. Yeah, I don't think I have any saved nodes. But basically, it will show you on your map and on your mini-map if you're coming close to a node location. And node, what I mean by node is like if you're wandering around in the world, if you're a new player and you're wandering around the world, you have these you'll have the herbs and stuff like that you can see like on your screen. And here, I'll just for reasons, I'll just show you how this kind of works. And all these herbs and these mining nodes, they have fixed locations in the world, and the spawn timers for each are kind of varied. But you kind of get a general idea when you're picking herbs and stuff like that where these things are going to be popping up. I can't show you on this character because he's a Skinner. I forgot. But that's basically the function of that. And when you're out farming and stuff, if you've got enough data nodes saved into the add-on, you can kind of get a general idea where the best farming places are for each kind of material that you're trying to look for and stuff like that. Really handy. It's a little outdated, I think, but it's alright if you just use the check mark to in your add-ons load out of date add-ons. Basically, have that checked, you should be good to go. You may get an error every now and then, but if it's out of date, but it's not a biggie. It shouldn't be popping up in your face all the time. Another add-on that I highly recommend if you're trying to skill up archaeology is the Archie. Now what this does, I clicked it and it brings up a UI right here. 2-pane UI, you can move these around however. And it has the survey button. So you go out in the world, you press this button and it does its little survey. You also have this little button right here if you've completed one of these artifacts. You solve the artifact, it goes into your inventory as whatever this little icon is. If you don't want to open up all your bags to find it and put it in a crate, you can click that. What you do is when you put it in a crate, you can use that crate as kind of a currency to there's vendors in the world that you can take those crates to, and you can exchange them for different archaeology fragments and stuff like that, which is useful if you're trying to like focus on one kind of archaeology in particular. You can click each one of these and it'll bring up the respective see, this is dwarf archaeology. Yeah, the basic these are all the archaeology things that you can do right here in the game so far. Basically these are just shortcuts to that archaeology. It kind of shows a progress bar for each of these, and if say it's white right here, that means that you don't have enough fragments to complete it. But if it turns yellow, that means that you have a rune stone that you can add to the fragments that you already have, and it will complete it. Yeah, and that's kind of basically the rundown of this system. The blue bars indicate a rare archaeology artifacts. Usually it's an item or a piece of BOA gear, whatever. Sometimes it's a pet. I think there's even a mount too that drops from archaeology. Actually a couple mounts. But yeah, archaeology, that Archie add-on, that's a pretty decent add-on. Oh, right here, I forgot to talk about this. It kind of shows right here, say, where the dig sites are, Eastern Plaguelands, and it'll show 0 out of 6. When you're using archaeology, that just means that you can find 6 artifacts in that area when you're digging. And I won't get into too much detail on the archaeology thing, but it's kind of straightforward. It also shows this will also show a little icon somewhere indicating your distance to and from where you surveyed and where you found the archaeology deal, and it's color coded, green, yellow, and red also. So it's kind of a handy little indicator. It also shows let me see here if I can pull up. So I know I've used this. Yeah, it shows the locations and stuff when you're the archaeology areas. It will show on the map little spots and stuff like that. Where you found artifacts and stuff. So it's kind of handy. Here's the fishing add-on right here, Fishing Buddy. It's really useful. It doesn't. This isn't the UI that pops up normally, but you can customize it right here and stuff like that with different little options. Locations, you can find locations and stuff like that for these. All I've been doing is leveling up my fishing in my garrison, so that's I don't think it has a set location for that. But it will display fish and stuff like that when you're actually fishing. I'll just put on my fishing deal. It pops up this little UI right here. You can move this around. It basically tells you, you know, what your skill is. The plus 29. That's my fishing skill. I have 25 increased fishing skill by 25 as default on the pole, and then I have it enchanted with plus 4 fishing. So that's where the 29 comes from. When you add lures and stuff like that, that number will change. It also keeps track of the fish, how many fish of each type you've caught, quest fish and stuff like that you can turn in, or and various other things. Oh, what's he doing out? But yeah, that's basically the overview of this. I can. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's a different. I got a different board. But yeah, that's Fishing Buddy. Another add-on that I find useful, and this is not a free add-on. This is this one I paid for. It's Zygor Guides, and basically it's a really handy leveling guide. I use this when I'm leveling up to kind of streamline my leveling experience, and now I'll kind of give you a little bit of a rundown. Yeah, warlords, and jungle sets. It shows you the NPC right here in a 3D layout. It kind of shows you there's a little arrow here where you got to go. See, there's a kill whatever shattered hand brawlers. It's a neat little add-on right there. I recommend it for a leveling guide if you're new to leveling. It can get in the way a little bit, but it's you can just move it or whatever, or just shrink it while you're doing quest steps. It's the only real issue that I have with that guide, that it can drop down quite a bit and get in your way while you're playing. Other than that, it's a really great guide. I can't recommend it enough, even for veteran players. They update their guides every expansion, so if you're looking for a certain expansion, you can just outright buy it. These are all the guides right here that you can purchase, basically. Some of these come in packs and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the Zygor guide. If you don't feel like paying for it, there's other add-ons out there that do the same job, but not quite as good. Oh, another add-on right here is called Recount. Basically, what it does is shows my damage, my pitiful damage right here. And if you're in a group, it'll show little bars right here of your overall damage. And this is, for new players, this is something you kind of want to get. It's kind of a must, especially for raiding and stuff like that. Just to kind of show you your overall damage and stuff like that. It does have other filters and stuff like threat and healing. So if you're a healer, you can track how much healing you're doing and stuff like that. Or mostly I have it on the damage done, but you can reset the data easy. You can go to current fight instead of overall overall data, and it'll show you the active DPS of what everybody's doing. You can also, this little horn right here, you can report it in the group. Click say or any one of these and click report, and you can adjust this slider: top 100, top 20, or top 100, top 10, top 25, up to 25 players. You can report on this in the chat room, or in the chat box right here. So that's a little overview. You can see a little bit of the settings right there. Appearance, color. If you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of it, I mean, you don't really have to change the settings. The settings are pretty set in place, so you can just use it right away. Whenever it does come right in the middle of the screen, you can resize this thing however you want. Kind of put it wherever you want. But this is just a little handy comparison tool to compare your damage to other players' damage and stuff like that. Your healing with other players' healing. It's kind of a gauge. I wouldn't recommend spamming the report data in the chat, as some people kind of frown upon that unless somebody specifically asks for the report data. But yeah, that's it does use up a lot of chat space to report. But yeah, that's that add-on. What other add-ons do I have here? Some of these add-ons just run in the background. NPC scan, that's one of the ones that run in the background. Basically, whenever I come up on a rare mob, this little bad boy here will warn me by flashing the outer part of the screen red, and then it'll bring up a little window right here showing what rare mob has spawned near my location. And it works just, you know, if you're roaming around and stuff like that, if you get near a rare mob, it'll warn you and stuff like that you're near a rare mob. That way you can kind of look around for it. Let's see here, recount, swatter. Swatter just kind of swats bug reports and stuff like that. Let's see, deadly boss mods. Now that's another good add-on if you're raiding and stuff like that. Going into classic raids, even it kind of it gives you timers and stuff like that of all the boss's abilities off to this little area right here. And it'll kind of display the ones that are going to be coming up soon, right here. The abilities that the boss is going to be using, and it'll kind of give you a heads up warning right here in this area on the screen of abilities that you want to look out for if you need to switch from the boss to like a different mob in the raid encounter. It'll kind of warn you right there. It's really useful. It's highly recommended if you're a new player, or even if you're an experienced raider, to use. That way you're kind of on the same page with the other people in the raid and stuff like that. Okay, moving on. Okay, that's basically it. These are all my add-ons, guys. Like I said, data storage kind of part of Alcoholic. Those are. I don't use too many add-ons. When you use too many add-ons, it can kind of bog down your latency and stuff like that. If you hover over this little question mark, if you're a new player, if you hover over this little question mark right here, the game menu, it'll show you your latency for the home and for your world. Your home latency is basically your latency that's happening on your computer and through your internet connection. The world latency is the latency of the game server. So if the world latency is really high, that means that there's a lot of people logging in or something like that. So it's not really a problem with what you're with your computer and stuff like that. But if your latency is really high on your home, that means there's generally an issue on your end. Maybe you have too many applications open. Maybe you have something downloading in the background. Maybe you have too many add-ons. Maybe your graphics are too high. You might want to lower that. Just various things can affect your latency. Your frame rate. It also affects your frame rate of all the things I've stated before. Your add-ons, your graphics, stuff like that. It also has your add-on memory. Kind of shows what your data usage is on your memory, or your add-on memory. That can affect, if you have a lot of add-ons, that can affect your latency and your frames. You generally want to be above 40 frames per second to play really good. If you're 30, it's going to be a little, a little choppy. If you're below 30, it's going to be really choppy. 60 and up is optimal for your frame rate. Okay, this is my little video for my add-ons. I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and If you like my videos in general, please subscribe. Until next time, guys. Later.